December is upon us. The final month of the year is here. And I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like I'm still back in May. The year has gone by in a blink. But you know what? It's all good. If it has gone by fast for you, hopefully it's been a good one. But there's still lots of time for you to work on your dreams, your ambitions, your goals. So let's get into this month. Today, the 1st of December, is the new moon in Sagittarius. If you are a fire sign, this is going to be an especially lucky month for you, especially if you are Aries or Sagittarius. Leos have had an abundance of luck the last few months and it's still there, but Sagittarian is kind of pushing them out of the way at the moment. Then we lead into Capricorn around, I think, the 22nd, and that's an earth sign. So they're going to come out and put Sagittarius flames out and just tell us all to ground a little bit and just calm, especially around the festive period, because all the lead up can be really, really tiring. And of course, astrology wise, we've got the new moon, as I say, in Sagittarius on the 1st. On the 15th, we've got the full moon in Gemini. And on the 21st, we have got that very special day indeed that many of us rejoice about, the winter solstice, which means, yes, the nights will be getting longer from that point. So it's a really special day for many of us. Also, one final thing, this is a really, really, really special month because not only is it the new moon in Sagittarius on the 1st, we have got the new moon or the black moon in Capricorn on the 30th, 31st, depending where you are in the world. So, also, I must quickly say, and I hope you're making lots of notes here, we do have the end of retrograde on the 15th of this month. And we tend to say that you shouldn't really manifest and goal set during the retrograde season. Now, of course, I'm going to speak to you about that very shortly, but to know that there's a second new moon this month, hopefully will bring you lots of joy, and New Year's Eve, no less. So the new moon in Sagittarius, what is it all about? The fiery sign of Sagittarius loves adventure, it loves spontaneity, it loves just using its intuition and just going off on a tangent and a whim. So this is your sign to do that. Say yes to those party invitations, or say yes to doing something completely out of the norm that's going to really push your boundaries, because by doing this, you're going to change those neural paths in your mind and give yourself more confidence, more self-esteem, and that can't be a bad thing. So I'm going to suggest arming yourself with some lovely orange calcite around the 1st all the way to the 15th actually, because honestly and truthfully this will just ignite your solar plexus chakra, a little bit of your sacral chakra, and awaken your confidence, your zest for life, your vitality, your motivation. And especially when the nights are dark, this is just absolutely brilliant for just giving yourself that pizzazz. However, as well, we can be cautious. I'm saying we because I'm Sagittarian. We can be overcautious and read too much into situations, and this moon is just saying that sometimes, even though all of that energy is firing you up to try new things, just proceed with caution with something big, especially up until the 15th, which is retrograde. Just proceed with caution, sleep on an idea, sleep on an impulse purchase, read the fine prints, because due diligence will definitely come into its own and you'll be rewarded by just being that extra little bit careful this month. As you know, new moons are about manifesting, but for some reason, Mercury retrograde can put a tailspin on those things. It can be a rocky motion, starting something big and new during this time. So I would suggest just make that vision board, make a few lists, but don't start anything new right now. Perhaps look at courses that start in the second half of the month if you want to learn something new. Perhaps book a trip later on. Yeah, just proceed with caution, as I already said. On the 15th, we have the amazing full moon in Gemini and Mercury retrograde ends. So tailspin alert, your energies are going to be shifting here, there and everywhere. The benefit of the full moon in Gemini is just wonderful. However, you are being again asked to proceed with caution, especially when you get a romantic request out of the blue. You know, something might not feel quite right with it. Perhaps consult some friends and see what they think to the situation. Now, this sign, Gemini, is all about communication. So around the full moon on the 15th, we really implore you just to speak a little bit nicer to people. Think before you speak, because there is going to be, especially with the zesty end of retrograde, there's going to be a definite theme of getting your words muddled and getting yourself into a little bit of trouble. So before you communicate, just make sure that you speak to people with clarity. With clarity, and just make sure as well you're really clear on what you want to say. So I'm going to suggest some black obsidian, because black obsidian is a powerhouse for helping ground your emotions. So if you're feeling a bit heightened and prone to going off on a tangent and perhaps flying off the handle a bit, this will ground you, keep you a little bit calmer when you're communicating, and just calm you right down, stop any nervousness, and just help you communicate a little bit more with ease. It's also very protective, so as we're going into the festive season, it'll be really good for protecting your energy if you're around people you might not necessarily want to be around. Yes, not for me, by the way, but yes, it is a thing. I know that people get really stressed this time of year. They don't feel like they can say no, but I'm here to say, yes, you can say no. If it's not for you, if you're not feeling it, this is your special time of year as well. You're not here to make everyone else feel better. If you don't want to do something, then don't do it, okay? But yeah, black obsidian, this will be your force of, it'll be your warrior stone this month, that is for sure. Also around the full moon, you will be called to just perhaps forgive and forget a little bit, especially for things that are just really just, they don't really mean anything. If you're holding on to a grudge and you're thinking, why? Because that was really silly and that was ages ago, just get rid of it, because at the end of the day, it's hurting you more than the other person. The full moon is all about letting go at the end of the day, and you want to lighten up, ready for the new moon at the end of the month and the new year. Why take all that baggage through to the end of the year and into 2025? It just makes no sense. So clear the baggage, use your black obsidian to clear your aura, like I've demonstrated a lot in the past. Ooh, feels quite nice. It's making me feel tingly. And just iron out any of those horrible arguments that might be happening, because at the end of the day, you deserve peace. On the 21st, at about 9:20 in the morning in the UK, midwinter, winter solstice will occur. All hail winter solstice. Honestly and truthfully, it's probably one of my favourite holidays of the year, pagan wise, because we get to embrace those cozy evenings. However, it's a sign that light is returning. Winter solstice is the shortest day of the year. It means the night is at its longest, and from that point every week, about 15 minutes a week of light returns to our day. So we can all then concentrate on spring returning. If you really don't like winter, spring is returning. I want to just say as well, of course, for our friends in the southern hemisphere, happy spring solstice, summer solstice, summer, sorry. Summer is here for you guys, and we're a bit jealous. Well, not the ones that don't like the heat, but have a great summer, that's for sure. Now, I would recommend, even if you're in the southern hemisphere, grab yourself some lovely clear quartz, because this is the master crystal. It heals all ailments, it gives you clarity, it gives you energy, especially as it's the 21st and we're heading right into the crux of festive season. You're going to need the clarity to communicate with people, some healthy vibes for keeping those bugs and flu bugs away. It's really good as well for just healing and giving you support, and also it becomes any energy you need, so it kind of reads your energy field and it makes itself become exactly what it is you want and you need. So if you only have one crystal, clear quartz is the way to go. But solstice is just, honestly, it's a blessing, and if you have the ability to view that sunset or view the sunrise, this is the time to do it. Normally if the sky is clear, they are beautiful, they're stunning, and bathing in those sun rays is just so invigorating. So mark your calendar, 21st of September, oh my god, I'm going into equinox here, December. You will honestly appreciate it more than you could ever realise. It's just enlightening. Let's all manifest a nice clear day on the 21st. And as I said, depending where you are in the world, on the 30th and the 31st, it is the black new moon in Capricorn. The reason for it being a black new moon is because it's the second new moon of the month, which is really special. Now, I've been reading up on this. There's no huge astrological benefits. However, it's just another opportunity for you to make your wishes ready for the new year, which, because we had retrograde at the beginning of the month, this is perfect because it gives us another ample opportunity to get our head straight, our goals aligned, and make those wish lists. I would suggest on this new moon, this is smoky quartz by the way, this is going to clear all that stagnant, horrible energy that we may not have been able to let go of, and as we go into the new year, we're going to clear that and be reborn and refreshed. This is like, honestly, it's like going to the gym, crystal gym. But what I was going to suggest is, this is a great new moon. If you have the time to get your vision board ready, get it, even if it's a digital version, create pictures or words or anything you desire and you want to achieve in 2025. Create it as a screensaver, a pin board where you're going to see it every day, inside the front of your notebook, inside of your gratitude journal, wherever you're definitely going to see it. Create a vision board and use this energy, because it's a blessing to be sent a second new moon. So use it. Of course, if you're like me, you can quickly write down a list as well, do some sketching, do some drawing. But even though we're very busy ready for New Year, this is definitely your opportunity to just get aligned and just think to yourself, am I really on the line and the path I want to be? And if not, what can I do to get there? And of course, I need to just quickly mention, I know not everybody celebrates it that follows me, but Christmas on the 25th of December, a time for family, or not if you prefer, if you want to be on your own, that's absolutely fine as well. You spend it how you want to spend it. But just remember, this is a really lovely day for gratitude. Just looking around you and appreciating what you have is just a really lovely way of spending a few minutes on Christmas Day. You can write a list, you can speak them out loud to the universe, because remember, whatever you put out to the universe, you get back. So just use a few tiny minutes to just ground your energy and just enjoy being grateful for what you have. And this is followed on obviously by New Year's Eve, which is around the time of the new moon, and everything I suggested is honestly everything I need to say for New Year's Eve. One thing I will say is, yes, it's great making resolutions, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't be unrealistic. If you want to do a resolution, then put goals in place to start helping you achieve them through the year. And if you just do 1 week, 1 day, 2 weeks, whatever, don't be hard on yourself. Clearly that resolution was not aligned with you. But if it's something like getting fit, eating better, learning something, or just changing a habit, perhaps get a buddy and you can help each other along. That's just my tip. But happy December, my lovelies. Honestly, as I say, I can't believe we are here. But spring is in sight in my mind, nearly in January. And I just want to say thank you as well for the lovely year. Thank you for being here, for listening to my podcast, for buying my crystals, and lots of love and light.